What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. The lighting probably just blinded all of you, but today we are all headed out to go to a store named Gamers in Villa Rica, and by we all I mean me and Hayden. Oh, we're taking the S2K today. I did not know we were taking the S2K today, but I guess we are. As long as it starts. Hey, she lives. Yeah. Alright, so we got a lot of stuff I wanted to cover in this video. There's, as you guys saw before the intro, I gotta push the button this time. We got to mess with an ambulance. It's his dad's ambulance. It's a straight pipe 93 F350 ambulance. It is probably the loudest ambulance in the world, and it's being turned into a box truck for Hayden and his dad's business. So, now that I'm buckled up, we're gonna head out and go get up to some retro gaming stuff and have some fun. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so we're almost there. We're sitting on a highway right now. I wish I could have recorded some of the nasty pulls we were letting loose in this thing. This thing hauls, dude. It's been a minute since I've been in it, and he's been in it, and I'm in it. But anyway, we're gonna go up there, see what we can find, and have a good afternoon. And we'll continue this vlog when we get either we're leaving the store or something like that, because I don't want to go in there and just film, and they don't want to be filmed, you know. So we'll just kind of do our own thing and get back, and I'll show you guys what, if anything, we got. All right, guys. So we're back from the store. We had a bit of a scare with one of the games. I decided. Hayden's been a really good friend to me for a long time now, and I thought he kind of deserved it. I went ahead and bought him a Smash for the N64. And I think you can say it's harder than Melee. Oh, yeah. Because he had Melee on GameCube. We've been playing that a lot lately. And he's tearing it up right now. We had a bit of a scare. When we first got back, the game wouldn't read. And we tried a couple methods. It still wasn't reading. Then all of a sudden, I flipped the switch and it started reading. So we're good to go. I also bought another game for my NES, but I bought Metroid because that was another game I haven't played yet that I've been wanting to play on the NES. I wanted to start off the series on old original games just so I could experience them in a sense how they were when they first came out. So I'm gonna do Zelda 1, Zelda 2, Metroid 1, whatever came after Metroid 1, so I didn't pay that much attention to Metroid like I did Zelda. That's that, so gosh, you cleared that fast. I didn't even get Metal Mario too. I didn't even get a chance to clear. I didn't even get a chance to finish my clip. Oh, we got another mini game. We'll catch this on video before. Leave me alone. And then eventually we got to go and talk about the ambulance a little bit because that's gonna be the star of this video. Is the straight piped ambulance? Get it, get 'em. Gosh darn! I actually get to 92% already. When did they add computer components to this? I don't know. Because Melee, they didn't have this. No. Gosh, dude. Oh, then those things too, the medallion thingies. Leave me alone, dude. Boost egg. Hey, my boy did it. Oh my god, that was ridiculous.
A fighting polygon team.
Gosh, 30 awesome. Of them. 30 of them.
That's an awesome name.
This is ridiculous, dude. Okay, guys, so the main star of this video, as you guys saw from the intro, is this straight pipe ambulance behind me.
Oh my god.
You're just staring through my phone. Alright guys, so the main star of this video, as you guys saw from way before the intro, is an ambulance. This is Hayden's dad's cars over here. Well, this is actually the car Hayden learned to drive on over here, this Durango. You guys remember this car from several months ago when a poor friend of ours met its end. But this is Hayden's dad's work car. And Hayden originally told me, yeah, my dad's buying a Ford. I was like, sweet, what kind of Ford's he getting? Oh, an F350. I was like, oh, sweet, an F350. That's kind of cool. And then his dad calls us yesterday because it ran out of diesel. And he's like, yeah, it's a box truck. We pull in. It's a freaking retired ambulance. And
So stupid.
there's so much with this car. It's so strange. It's a 1993 F-350 ambulance. And it's got 161K on the clock. I saw the odometer earlier.
It's got a
loudspeaker. It's got a loudspeaker that doesn't work. The light bar doesn't work. The siren doesn't work.
What the fuck is this?
It's an anal probe.
Oh.
Sweet. But as for the powertrain, it's a 7.3 IDI diesel, not a Power Stroke turbo diesel. And it's oh wow, wait, the lights work.
It's basically like a Lambo.
Oh, all the switches.
Look at all these toggles.
That means it needs to have the starter button down there too.
I wish.
And it's a little bit loud because it's running a header dump.
That's retarded.
It's so freaking
I
loud.
don't know why anybody did that to this thing.
But what happened was the fuel gauge doesn't necessarily work. I think it's a little optimistic. We put what was it, 5 gallons in this thing earlier today?
Yeah.
And it read it was 3/4 tank full. I think this thing's a little bit optimistic. But Hayden's dad runs and Hayden works with him on it, a cabinet installation business, and he bought this primarily as a box truck. He couldn't find an actual box truck, if I had to assume.
But this was free.
This was free. If you remember, there was a silver Mini that was sat up out here as a supercharged Mini Cooper S. It had a transmission problem. His dad called up this dude and was like, hey, I'll trade you this thing outright. The guy was like, yeah, let's do it. So he got a straight pipe 7.3 ambulance out of a Mini Cooper S. And it was an automatic Mini Cooper S, so don't get butt hurt over it. It was an automatic. It wasn't a stick car. And that door's just permanently locked for some reason.
Yeah, this door doesn't work.
Because we can get in there from the inside, and the door's unlocked. We've unlocked it like 6 times, but it never wants to stay unlocked. And we just had a bit of a rainstorm, so it's a little bit. Oh! Run! Run! Legs on, Scoob. But now Hayden is soaked, and now this is the inside of said ambulance. And you can tell it's completely decommissioned. Minus the lights. So, oh hi.
Hello.
Hello, is this your new apartment? Oh. Denied. Let's see, does this door open now? Nope. Nope. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and roll the footage that you guys saw a little bit of at the beginning of the video. Where it was moving, and you can hear the straight pipe glory that is this whole ambulance.
The branch is stuck.
No! We've ruined it, Hayden. We've ruined it. We broke it already. It's totaled now. It's totaled.
Come shut it.
Huh?
Come shut it.
Oh, gosh. I better not get wet from this.
It'll be fine.
I'm slightly germophobic.
It's just tree water.
Oh! Ta-da! Tis closed. But all in all, for a 1993 F-350 ambulance, it's in really good shape. Interior-wise. You get to the outside, it could use some loving. Headlights are filled up with water, practically. Light bar, of course, illegal. I think you have an illegal car.
Yeah.
Clickbait title, F-350 illegal. Anyway.
Stolen F-350 question mark?
What? But this is going to be a cabinet hauler now instead of an ambulance. It went from hauling people to hauling cabinets. So, anyway, let's roll the footage that we got earlier with all the straight pipe glory and me and Hayden flying around the back of it. Good.
This thing is obnoxious.
Making this a video. Alright guys, so made it back home. I'm a little bit annoyed. So as you guys saw earlier, I bought Hayden Super Smash Brothers for the N64. We had a scare at that game, but we got it working. And unfortunately, I've uncovered what's going on with my NES wouldn't read Zelda, because it's now not reading Metroid either. And I believe I know the problem. It's probably the lockout chip or the pin connector. I'm probably eventually going to get the nerve to tear it down. I'm afraid of tearing it down. Even though it's probably the simplest console to tear down. Close that door, make it look better. But it's kind of annoying. I mean, granted, I spent $70 on it. What do you expect? I mean, I didn't really cheap out on it. It was a good deal, especially since it does work for the most part, minus that one flaw. So I think what I'll probably just wind up doing is disabling the lockout chip first, and if that doesn't work, then I'll try to restore the pin connector, because I've heard the aftermarket ones suck, and they're just a mess. So I'd rather keep the OEM one in there and just fix that and get it working again. So I'm glad at least I didn't get a bad cartridge. You know, since 2 games failed, it doesn't mean I wasted a combined total of about give or take $50 for cartridges. I mean, granted, it's $70 on a brick Nintendo, but it's not a hard fix. It's something I can easily do. I just need a pry tool and some screwdrivers, and I'll be good to go. I'd rather it be that than it be something wrong with the internals on the cartridges, where the circuit boards are damaged or something like that, and I'm buying brick cartridges. Hopefully I can get this solved quickly, because it's rather annoying to deal with. I'm probably going to talk to Trevor, my friend Trevor, the Gaming Goomba, and see if he knows any methods I can use to get this thing back up and running, because it's probably one of the best condition NES toasters I've seen in person, because I did have another one at the store that was yellowed out and it was broken, had a bad 72 pin. I'm kind of frustrated. So ironically enough, the cool thing about them is the staff has really good intentions there. I love the guys there. They're nice people. They are not trying to rip you off, but you have to remind yourself with this, and this is why I'm not terribly upset about it, that a lot of these things that I've bought, such as my copies of Zelda and Metroid and the NES for that matter, are all used. And they get them on a trade-in, they try to clean them up, and if they work, they try to sell them. This thing works. It's just fickle. So, and I know why that's the case, but I want it to run every time, where if I want to play Metroid or Zelda, I can open the door, plop the cartridge in, close the door, hit the power button, and we're playing a game. You know, I don't want to worry about it, you know, me having to spend 30 minutes trying to fiddle around with the cartridge to make it work. So that's my dilemma I'm in, and I'm going to try to disable the lockout chip. I'm not going to play Zelda again until that's dealt with, because I do not want to lose my save file. I'm pretty far in Zelda right now. I do not want to screw that over, because basically what happens is with the save battery, as it'll say on the back of the cartridge, which I'll show you now, the power switch cannot be turned rapidly on and off. It will damage the batteries and delete your save file. So that's why whenever I would plug this cartridge in and it would flicker at me, it's actually resetting the power repeatedly. So it erased my save file. So I'm trying to avoid doing that. So I'm just glad I know it's something probably easy to fix, that's free, and if not, it's probably like 15 bucks if I need to buy anything at all. So nothing too bad. Granted, the contacts in Zelda looked a little dirty, so I'll probably clean that up as well. And that's what I thought it was. I thought it was just bad contacts on the Zelda cartridge. I didn't think it was the lockout chip or anything like that. But anyway, that's that. So I'm going to try to figure out how to make this thing work again very soon, where it'll power on every time. And until that point, I'm not going to play Zelda, because, like I said, I don't want to lose that save file. But anyway, I know this went on a little bit longer than I thought it would, especially spending the last 4 minutes talking about an NES again. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video nonetheless. The ambulance is insane. We're going to definitely do more of that, probably going to shoot a car review on it very soon. Once it gets completely settled in. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on Thursday.